Hey there again, YouTubers. So, just several moments ago, I experienced, some other ups and downs with my mood, with my current mental status, and I could have spoken with my so-called fans on YouTube via Discord, but I don't particularly feel like so doing because I'm things could get awkward if I don't if I don't put in engage in some strenuous mental effort or exercises so that I could make their their life, their day more pleasant by having conversations with them via Discord. And I don't like to let's just call it some sort of shame complex. I believe such complex occurs quite commonly and prevalently by stereotype. Such complex occurs quite commonly and prevalently to Asian people, let's just say, especially East Asians like Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. That can also include Malaysians, Singaporeans, since based on my previous education I attended while in Singapore. I was raised to, or at least or indoctrinated to believe that shame people have to know shame, and people have to see shame as some sort of a moral standard, or moral benchmark to deter people from doing things that may contradict their conscience or the system of such morality based on shaming culture, shaming complex itself. I believe shaming or such complex of shame also tends to prevent people, especially males, dudes, boys, men in general, asking for help from others. And since I actually just before filming this, I went to check my phone to see if anyone from my previous family, let's just say, I check if anyone from my previous family tried to ring me, and or I just checked up my phone to see if I blocked my auntie, but I didn't actually feel like calling her for help or advice, since that my previous block against her phone number kind of created a barrier, an awkward barrier of communication, of further contacts you know, further, you know, willingness to try and restore the trust and the relationship, so on and so forth. But I don't actually, consider any one of them, could or actually or will give me a hand or anything, since there's no benefit. There is no visible or no visible or significant benefit, or perks to give me a hand anyway. But I don't actually quite count on them anymore. Hence the silence. Hence the reluctance to make any more phone calls to them. Yeah, I have mentioned this, for several times, and I like to mention it again because that's pretty much what I think, what I thought, what I have, judged based on their attitude and reactions. There's one other reason why I haven't returned to my grandma's residence, because there was one occasion where that woman came to knock the door so hard and so violently, and my aunt, just happened to pass by to deliver some groceries to my grandma, and then she just left. She didn't say a thing or do anything to stop that woman, aka my allegedly biological mother, who has been abusing and harassing us. So yeah, but so you see that I why I lost faith in them, and well, even if they don't assuming they don't stand to benefit or to profit from my old man's death, I wouldn't have any, let's just say, how should I put it, my old man, he played the role as a mediator, or the person that reconciliated the tension and the hostility between that woman and I, and he also existed to navigate my mindset and attitudes towards people's meanness or self-righteousness, something like that. Since he taught me not to get too extreme viewpoints, not to say anything that seemingly could seemingly contradict the viewpoints, principles accepted by the mainstream people, by the vast majority of the population in general. So yeah, and I also like to point out that excuse me, just let me get some water. I also like to point out that I can't say that today or tonight that I am completely free from suicidal thoughts or depression or anything like that. They still seek every possible routine, every possible route, cracks between my mental defenses, in order just to infiltrate my pathetic brain. From time to time, they never cease to bother me, and that's why I while I wait for the takeaway food to be delivered, which I bought some 3 chicken burgers. So I'm not sure if this chicken, but it advertised as something like vegetables and chicken. But I don't think there are much materials consisting of chicken meat. But the main point is that they are cheap and they taste all right. At least I can live with that for several consecutive meals. On the other hand, I still try my best to is it restrain or refrain from? Refrain from eating them. So long as I have access to other food that pose less health risk, or pose fewer health risks. Sorry, I have become such a grammar control freak, but you get the idea. On the other, yes. Also, meanwhile, in case you hadn't noticed, I didn't quite stutter as much as I did in my previous video, which possibly indicates that I currently my mental the mental turmoil inside probably have subsided, have faded, like waves retreating from beaches. Sorry, not bitches. Excuse me. Pardon my French. Yeah. So. I'm not sure what I will be doing for tomorrow. Maybe just try to draft some legal documents. To draft something that I might I might want to say, or I should say to that woman. When I confront her next time. To work something out, to get some matters resolved, to put some cases to closures permanently. Well, so far as I hope, well, that's, they are what I've been planning to ease the, the burdens, the the weight, the weight that occupy, that have, that have annexed my brain, my attention. Excuse me. Yeah. So, also, neither do I feel like playing some video games for tonight. Since last night, I was I tried to play Dragon Age Inquisition, but yeah, but I did play Dragon Age Inquisition for something like a minute, of a couple of minutes. Had some conversations with Iron Bull, and then I quitted the game, and then derped around the internet with my computer for something like an hour or two, and then I went to bed and derped with my iPad, browsing videos on YouTube, and read a bit of the Bible, and went to sleep, and then I slept for something like 10 hours. Yeah, last night. Well, I might not be able to upload this video, in time, so you will have to expect to notice a discrepancy, on the dates, and the time that I uploaded this video, and but between the time I uploaded this video and the time that I filmed this video, because of the Great Firewall of China, and also because of the speed throttling or something, imposed by the ISP, Internet Service Provider, in the local area. So I can't upload these multiple videos all at the same time. Well, at least not so realistically speaking. Yeah, it's yeah, overall it's quite hard to to squeeze all of what I would like to say, all I would like to talk about in all those ideas, those processes, into one single video, and this camera, this Canon G7X PowerShot, the second generation, also seems to have some sort of built-in lock or something that prevents me from filming a video longer than 25 minutes in one shot, in one single video shooting, or in one single filming session. So yeah, so that's why you might have noticed, there are plenty of traces, plenty of signs that indicate I had to do some tweaks and cut and modifications here and there, more or less. Yeah, so yeah, in any event, thank you again for watching and listening. Since I don't know exactly how long I can keep this up, how long I can manage my mental condition, without antidepressants prescribed by medical professionals. But I still, I still haven't actually decided or made up my mind on whether I should just get some pills to put, to keep all those thoughts, intrusive thoughts, suicidal thoughts, etc. under a degree of control. That is still undecided, though I pretty much decided to at least consult with a doctor specializing in such area of medicine, and whatnot. Yeah, but I believe I've talked enough for this video. Yeah, so thank you again for watching and listening, and in case I don't see you guys again, just try not to skip meals. Well, in case you are in some sort of a financial crisis, I can forward you some funds so to keep to keep your belly fed at least. I'm more than willing to do that. So in case you need some financial assistance, I can help you. But I'm afraid I won't be able to help you with things like how to eliminate or mitigate a highly depressed mood, how to remove suicidal thoughts instantly. That I couldn't help with. That I couldn't help you with. I'm afraid, at least at this point, because I'm the very person who has been struggling with them even until today. At this point, so a drowning man can't save another drowning man, right? So yeah, I hope what I've said to you in this video makes sense and could at least cheer you up a little bit, or make you feel less lonely, and and whatnot, etc. Yeah, so thank you again, and I hope to see you next time on YouTube again. Cheers, bye bye.